Well, we're here, first day of the season, and yeah, it's going pretty well. Pre-season went pretty swimmingly. The only losses coming to Brighton, a 3-1 loss, we expected that, and a 1-0 loss to Werder Bremen. However, I will say in this game, we were definitely the better side. Away in Germany, apart from that, all wins, a draw against Celtic as well. Back-to-back wins coming into this season, and a lot of business. Now we had quite a lot of money to spend. We had over £1 million, which was like, I was shocked. I was like, where has all that money come from? Well, we've got lots of money at the moment, and that is all due to sponsorships. Obviously we had that £14 million one last year. We also had an £8 million one coming at the end of the season, so that's really helped us out, and we've got quite a bit of money off of our wage bill. However, that has allowed us to spend a bit. So the first signing was Dylan Levitt. We knew about him already before the summer. We signed him last season on a free from Dundee. Great player in that midfield, deep lying playmaker, 3-star current ability, 4-star potential. Got a lot of value on him as well. Then we went and signed Liam Kitching for £500,000. Left-footed centre half, looks really good. Good on the ball. He's a good centre half. Only 24 years of age. Was playing at Barnsley in the league below last season. Played really well. 7.03 average rating. 3-star current ability. 3.5-star potential. Another really good signing. Then another £400,000 spent on this man, Paul Mullin. He's come from Wrexham. You have probably heard of him. He's played a lot of games in League One and League Two, scoring quite a few goals. Got 21 last season in League Two, so we've brought him up to the Championship simply because he's got great finishing, good decision making, and it made sense to bring in a backup striker who is good enough for the league below, so it made sense to bring him along for the ride. Then Hayden Coulson came in. He's a new left back. I don't know if he will start. Well, he won't for the first game of this season, but he might break into that team. He's almost as good as Longelo. 3-star current ability, 3-star potential. Doesn't really like big games and is fairly susceptible to injuries, but only £100,000. Got 8 assists last season for a Middlesbrough side who I believe finished quite high up, 7th place. So yeah, did really well, especially considering he only played 25 games. Then we've made quite a few signings. Jack Stevens is one of them. A free transfer. He hasn't played football since 2024. I think he was released by Southampton. I'm gonna say. Yeah, he was released in January last year by Southampton. Hasn't really played that much for quite a while, but he's back playing football. 3.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. 30 years of age. He's got great Premier League experience if we ever get there. And he is a really good player. Not that quick, but he makes up for it in other ways. And he was fairly cheap, only 15 grand a week. Then Caden Edwards, 20-year-old striker. He looks very impressive. 2.5-star current ability, but 5-star potential. £350,000 we spent on him. Last year got 5 goals in 15 appearances for Exeter in League One. So clearly can score goals. Scored 2 in pre-season, both in the same game. Got really good pace. I think he could be a future striker at this club. He'll be appearing, I'm sure, at some point in this episode. Then the rest of them, all free transfers, apart from one. We made one other money signing. Hayden Carter, he joined on a free from Blackpool. Blackburn, who he played 20 times for last season, then went to Blackpool on loan, played 18 games. So he's played lots of games last season. Great footballer, fairly quick and 6'2", good header of the ball. He will probably be a definite starter. Ian Poveda, another probable definite starter. Great dribbling, brilliant flair, really quick as well. He's come from Leeds on a free transfer. Previously had loans at Blackpool and Blackburn. Hopefully though, he can prove to be better than he was in those loans for us. Then Mbude, he has immediately gone out on loan to Wickham, but he looks really good. He actually was pretty impressive in pre-season. 3 goals in 5 appearances, 1 assist. He's gone out on loan to League One Wickham, really quick. I think he's going to be a future winger at this club, like starting. I think he's a very, very good footballer, only 20 years of age. Then Joe Williams, new midfielder, ball winner in that midfield, looks really good. Brilliant work rate, brilliant teamwork, brilliant positioning, great tackler of the ball. Sadly, he probably won't be fit enough to start this first game. 3.5 star current ability, previously of Bristol City, played 37 games or 37 appearances last season. Very impressive. Only 27 as well. Then Michael Ndewemi. He again looks really good, really quick, good on the ball, good finisher. They've got great composure. Yeah, looks like a good player again. Was on loan at Dundee last season, scoring 5 goals in 13 games in the Scottish Premiership. So that's very impressive. And we've got him on a free transfer. 2.5 star current ability, 4.5 star potential, only 20 years of age as well. Then Jack Henry Francis, 3 star current ability, 5 star potential, good player. Yeah, nothing particularly special. Was at St Mirren last year in the Scottish Premiership. Central midfielder, and I'm sure he will be a good asset for that midfield. Then the next 3 are all youngsters. Tom Wilson-Brown, who's got 4 star potential, Luca Gunter, who's got 3 star potential, and Callum Marshall, also with 4 star potential, scored twice against us in a friendly. And then Henry Lawrence is our new backup right back, can play on the left hand side. I was actually quite impressed with his performances in pre-season, played quite a few times, 6 appearances in pre-season. 22 years of age, previously of MK Dons a couple of years ago. 2 star current ability, 3.5 star potential, so he could make the championship ability wise. Then Dapo Afolayan, £57,000 to bring this guy back to England. Previously of St Pauli, didn't really get a look in there in Germany, sadly for him. Did have a really good season though for Bolton a couple of years ago. And yeah, he's a good player. He's really good on the ball. That's why we brought him in. He's impressive in that sense. 6 foot as well, so he can get up to head things if we need him to at that back post. So Dapo Afolayan, 2.5 star current ability, 3 star potential. Yeah, he's good. He's another good squad option. Then James Trafford, new backup goalkeeper, in on loan from Manchester City, 3 star current ability, 5 star potential. Previously of Stoke and Bolton, played a whole season in the Championship last year, so I think he'll give Baxter some good competition. That's what we wanted to give Baxter. Then Mpazu joined, another midfielder. We needed another body in that midfield. He's definitely better than a body because he's got great stamina, great strength, quite a quick player, really good work rates, good determination, and technically not too bad at all. Ball winning midfielder, 3.5 star potential, current ability, sorry. Mpazu joins from Luton. He's been there for over 10 years, played 15 games in the Championship last season. And then the final one is Kozia Duberry, I'm going to say. Duberry, yeah. In on loan from Arsenal for the season, 3.5 star current ability, 5 star potential. Very quick. Looks like a really good technical player to have in this side. Should be pushing to start, especially 5 goals, 11 assists last season in League One. It might be a step down, but it's still incredibly impressive for a Bolton side that didn't even get promoted. They finished in 9th place, so it wasn't like he was playing for the best side in the league. Now we'll have a look at the outs. So we've let a lot of players go out on loan. The main ones are Mbude going out on loan. Stephen Alzate has left on loan. He will join Las Palmas permanently though for £2.5 million next summer, which is good because he never did anything for us. Joshua Williams, he played a couple of times last season at right back, 6 appearances he made. He's gone out on loan to Solihull Moors. I'm hoping though he can come back next season and be pushing to sort of be on the bench or maybe even starting. Same with Abu as well. And Brandon Keller. We were going to keep him around, but we've got so many midfielders now, it made sense to loan him out. On the permanent outs, Asombalonga has left. Didn't really do much, to be fair, in his time here. Scored 5 goals, which is, good enough, I suppose. But 6.61 wasn't really good enough, so we sold him for £600,000. Then we also let Alfie Brooks, a young goalkeeper, go for £225,000. There are some more incentives in that deal, though, I believe. And then Mishu has gone out on loan to Oxford. Made sense to send him out on loan. Probably wasn't going to play enough to keep growing this season, so send him out on loan. Hopefully he can have a good loan spell. He is 3-star current ability, but I just don't think he is good enough yet. So now you've met the new players. This is how we're going to be lining up. It's Baxter in goal, Colin, Carter, Stevens and Longalo the back four. It's Lewitt, Bakuna and McCann in midfield. McCann is the guy that we signed last summer and sent him out on loan to Huddersfield. Looks really good now coming back in. Again, the reason that Bellingham isn't starting, he's injured. And to be fair, Puri will probably take off at half time, and he's starting up top with Poveda and Ndewemi behind him. The bench is Schofield, Kitching, Coulson, Mpazu, Afalayan, Edwards and Mullin. So that does mean that the great players do miss out. We've got strength in depth. Hall is also back from his loan. I do want to give him quite a lot of game time. However, I think loaning him out is probably going to be the best thing. Brown and Cozier DeBerry miss out on the matchday squad completely due to not having good pre-seasons. To be fair, I think Brown, we may look to move on before the end of this season, especially if he doesn't start the season well. He's a very good player, don't get me wrong, and I'm really pleased with how he did at points last season. However, I don't think he's got that consistency, if you know what I mean. So, throw in, given away easily. Here is Roberts, bursting down that left-hand side, finds Brown in behind here. Brown, good block by Stevens. Did really well to track the run, to be fair. And, really good block. Stoke put the ball in, and Baxter claims that easily. But this season we want to be, trying to get towards, top 12. The media thinks we'll finish in 11th place, and hopefully we can do that. I'd be really pleased if we could. Here is Campbell, good tackle by Stevens, plays it long, looking for Puri. And here is Laurent, giving it away easily. And now we look to break. Bakuna plays the ball through. Puri does really well to stay on his feet. Puri, what can he do? Can he cut it back? He tried to, and it's a penalty. I'm not really sure what happens. Poveda was brought down apparently, and I'm not complaining as Puri has the chance to open his account for the season, and he does. And it's 1-0 to Birmingham, and that's what we want to see. Joel Puri, first goal of the season, number 14 once again this season, and he's making that shirt his own. He's been brilliant in front of goal, scoring I think 18 times last year, and that's his first for this season, and hopefully not his last, as it's already 1-0, and we do go top of the championship, where we started the day. Will we end the day? Hopefully we will. Here is Ben Wilmot, the Stoke centre half, pushing on. Now Sang. Wilmot, ball over the top. Campbell's made a run, but Stevens does well and clears it away, only as far as Colin. Brown has got there though and plays the ball across to Campbell, and it's 1-1. And to be fair, I think that clearance by Stevens, it put a lot of pressure on Colin, who gave the ball away very easily to a hungry Brown, who got there first. Brown did so well to get around Colin, showing great work rate, and Campbell makes a brilliant finish. And to be fair, that is a dangerous front three for Stoke. They've got Tyler Roberts, Jacob Brown and Tyrese Campbell. They're very, very good players, and we clearly didn't pick them up, and it's 1-1 at half time. We have probably been the worst team here, but we'll tell them that they've been unlucky. I should have probably brought off Joel Puri, but we'll give it until the 50th minute, maybe a bit later. Good block there. Not cleared away though. Poveda heads it, and now McCann will look to bring it forward. Has to go back though, and we play it out well so far. Bakuna didn't need to go back there. Could have turned, but Baxter smashes it long. Looking for Puri, however we give it away very, very easily. As Forey, ball over the top, and Baxter should get there easily. He's given it away though. Baxter makes a massive mistake on the opening day, and we're messing around with the ball, and it's Jacob Brown with his first of the game, and Baxter, what is he doing? That's terrible goalkeeping, and I mean, already he makes you think, should he be starting? Didn't finish last season in a good way, really, Baxter, and he's not started this season well at all. We are going to make a couple of changes immediately. Afolayan and Mullin coming onto that pitch up top, and we just mess around with the ball. What on earth is Baxter thinking? I mean, you've just got to clear it there with someone of the quality of Jacob Brown bearing down on you. You can't mess around with it. You can't just try and pass it away, because he was always going to get there first if Baxter did anything wrong, and wow, he definitely did do something wrong. Afolayan, good play to find Mullen. Plays it over the top. Poveda should get there, he does get there. Poveda, one-on-one, Poveda! And it's a good save by Nichols. Does really well. You would have backed Poveda to probably score, but Nichols got out of his goal quickly and made a superb stop. And what can we do from this corner? Ball played in. Mullin was there at the front post. He's probably not tall enough to be at that front post. As here's Bakuna! And it's saved by Nichols. It's a hell of a strike by Bakuna. And we've got another corner here. Longelo to take. Ball in. And it was into a crowded part of the area. Colin, though, will do well. However, nothing will come of that. And what other changes can we make? Well, we can bring on Keon Edwards. Perhaps we drop Poveda into that midfield, as he can do. Get him playing as a Metzala on attack. And let's bring on Edwards on that right hand side. Let's see what he can do. We're going to go positive. We're going to... Now, what else can we do? can't nothing really. We're already passing at a good tempo, so yeah, Edwards has done well since coming on though. 7.0 rating, which is always nice to see. However, nothing happening really, which is a shame. Here is Roberts, and you'd think they're playing quite a narrow formation, but they've caused us a lot of issues. Here is Afolayan. Now Bakuna got lots of space to run into, and he finds Mullin. Mullin, can he find someone at the back post? He can, because Edwards is there, and it's 2-2, and it's Keon Edwards on his debut, and he's been brilliant since coming on a 7.2 even without the goal, and that is 2-2. It was good football. It was a brilliant break, and it's 2-2. It's brilliant by Bakuna to find the pass through to Mullin. Mullin does well, cuts it back, and Edwards just gets enough on it to put it past the goalkeeper in Nichols, and it's 2-2. And can we go and find that third goal as Stoke make 3 changes? Make a change up top as well, so they've got that fresh injection of pace through John Jules, who finds Maver here. Maver, can he take the shot? He can, and it just goes whiskers over the bar. And that was very, very close to being another goal in this game. It's been a really good contest at points. We are going to have to make a couple of changes though. Kitching and Mpazu coming on just to freshen up this team, because that's what we need. Stevens heads it back to the goalkeeper Baxter, and hopefully we can be calm as we look to find that third goal. Ball over the top looking for Mullin. Sadly, Stoke do well to take the ball, and here is Ben Wilmot at centre half, looking to bring it forward into Fox. Plays the ball over the top. It's a dangerous one. Kitchen does well, and now Colin will get there first. Kitchen into Mpazu, kicks it long. It's a hopeful ball over the top. Wilmot, easy for him to bring down, and now Stoke look to break again. Maver, ball over the top, and Campbell's in behind. Campbell's one-on-one, but he... Oh my goodness, I thought Colin had... Oh my goodness me. That was sketchy. Ball in, Campbell just over the bar, and he gave the ball away, didn't he, to Colin, who played it back across goal. Lewitt, ball in to the back post. It's headed off the post. Oh, it was so close to being a double for Edwards. And we've got another chance here from the corner to be took from this near side. Ball in, Mullin. Oh, so close again. Nichols now clears it away, and Pervader can easily bring that down. Pervader? Oh yeah, he's playing at centre mid. I forgot he was still on the pitch. Here is Brown into John Jules. Tries to turn, does, plays it back though to who he received it from, which is Brown, and now O'Hara into the midfield here. Maver, John Jules, oh my goodness, Kitchen. Thank goodness John Jules was offside, because that was close to Baxter giving it away again. That was worrying from Baxter, and he's not looked comfortable on the ball today. Really hasn't. Baxter taking his time. He knows that the 2-2 draw will be enough to satisfy how we wanted to do in this game, and the 2-2 draw is enough against a Stoke side who are pretty decent, and we were unlucky. We did play some good stuff in that game. I thought the players that came off the bench definitely helped, and yeah, no, I wasn't happy with Colin's performance, definitely not. But yeah, not too bad against Stoke side who, where did they finish last year? Stoke finished, well, I predicted to finish 8th, which is better than we are. Yeah, 6th. Very good side with some fantastic players such as Jacob Brown and Campbell and Roberts. They've got a really good side. I'm pleased that we came away with a decent amount of points. That will be the end of episode number 1. It's quite a long one, that's why we've not got another game. So we won't leave it too long till the next episode. We'll go till Norwich and Sunderland. Yeah, these two, Norwich and Sunderland. 2 big games. And I'll see you then. Goodbye.